Today's topic is about, we're going to travel back into the developmental phase in the womb. We're going to bring some sense of nourishment, safety, security into the developing embryo, into the embryonic stages. And so I want to say now, most likely what we're going to be going through is going to be offering a repatterning to your time of development and to what was being patterned into your somatic memory, your body memory, and your integration of spirit, right? Actually, this is really the time, and as far as my beliefs go, when the spirit is not fully integrated into the body, right? And I'll share a story about that in a minute. But I want to give this coaching, if you will. If you notice during the course of this process that you are feeling like you're starting to relive a trauma or something that is traumatic to you, that is taking you out of body, that is causing your nervous system to get too amped up or out of whack, then take a minute right now, look around you, see something in your environment, physical, tangible, that you can hold on to remind you of the here and now. And bring you back to this place of I am here, I am now, I am, this is now, I am safe, I am in a secure place. The object of this meditation is to offer nourishment, to give you at a very deep level, a cellular level, an interstitial, like your inner fluid system level, a spirit integration into body level, that you are safe and you are nourished and there is enough sustenance, there is enough provision, there is enough love and caring that you can repattern and really shift at a very deep level in the core of your being, in the core of your cells, like at the center of every cell of your being, and therefore in the collective of yourself, to really shift on that very deep level. That is the hope I have for you today. And just in case, if you have some trauma there that starts to overactivate, overstimulate your nervous system, then just know, put your feet on the ground, open your eyes, hold on to something. I hope you have something in your environment now that you can hold on to and say, that will remind you, okay, I am here, this is today, I am in this physical body, I am here, I am in this room, I am in this space, and I am safe. Okay, so touch that, feel that right now, and have it close to you. All right, so let's go ahead and come into our circle. And let me say, I've just come out of the final after 5 years of training and given some delays because of COVID. After 5 years of training as a continuum movement teacher, I've just come out of a 10-day training program. And it was the final one, the one that we couldn't do virtually during the COVID, but I did most of it in person, live and in person. And we had some delays because of COVID, but this was getting into embryology and also into what they call the mystery school. So very deep somatic processes that were just so transformational. I can't wait to share more of it with you. I had an incredible rebirthing experience during this 10-day period. And I think this one that I'm sharing with you today is very safe to share with you, or I wouldn't share it in this context. But I have to give that disclaimer just in case, because I have dealt with people who have experienced trauma, and I myself have experienced trauma. I had pretty severe birth trauma. Was actually, the rebirthing experience. I'll say a little bit about this because it was so powerful. I was in my birth a scheduled, planned C-section. So it was not a labor, right? It was not initiated by labor. It was scheduled. It was planned. My mother told me, she had her, this appointment, that appointment, this, and it was kind of like worked into the middle, right? I was her 6th child. I was her 5th C-section. Back then they didn't allow you to have a vaginal birth after C-section. And so I was her 5th C-section of her 6 children. And so it was, very routine for her to just schedule these appointments, go in, have the baby. And shortly after my birth, I had a heart failure. I was pronounced dead. And, they had the priest come in. My family is Catholic, had the priest come in, do the anointing of the sick and the baptism, so I didn't remain in purgatory. And they thought I was gone, and somehow I came back, and have had new experiences of reliving all of that as well through somatic work and Rolfing, and it's been incredible work there as well. But I was hospitalized for 2.5, 3 months after that, and so I had a lot of birth trauma, if you will. I had an incredible experience of actually being rebirthed, passing through the birth canal and being held directly after birth. And I had this just incredible experience of that sense of the umbilical cord and being, still being in the womb and in the sac, in the placenta with the umbilical cord attached, and receiving this incredible nourishment, and then passing through that birth canal and being held at the heart and nurtured and nourished at that level. It was very transformational. And honestly, it was not emotional. It was just a beautiful, heightened experience. So just sharing that to say that regardless of what your actual experience was, you can be given a new experience to template your cells and template your body memory and give security to your nervous system, to shift your nervous system on a very deep level. All right. So that said, let's come into our circle, into our meditation and healing circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder.